Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan and welcome back to another video. This one is going to be a little bit different. I'm on Fallout 76 now. I really enjoy this game. I picked it up not too long ago, right whenever it came out, and I've been playing it a lot, as you can see. I'm going to show you right now. I'm level 45, I believe now. Yeah, I'm level 45 now, so I've been playing this game for a good bit, and I've actually gotten through a decent part of it. I have a lot of the locations discovered on the map, and I'm still progressing through the main quest. So, out of all this questing, you would think, where is the best place to set up shop? Where is the best place to begin the game? Where is the best place to get the most materials? Now, me personally, I started in this location right here, right next to Morgantown Station. That's where my first camp was, because it was right next to the trader, which I could go and get my caps. As you can see, I have 505 caps right now, which isn't necessarily a lot, but I'm not like broke or anything like that. But starting your camp off in this location gives you direct access to the Morgantown Station, along with the Morgantown Airport, the train yard, and all these locations over here, which every time you log in, you can go around and you can collect all the materials that you may want, such as, you could find aluminum cans all over the place, you could find plastic bowls to make other things, you can collect wood all throughout this little forest over here and get wood for your structure to build your house. That's actually what I did in the beginning. So that was a brilliant place to actually start the camp if you're just starting the game now, and it's relatively close to Vault 76, so you won't have to walk that far away. Now, moving on to whenever you start actually progressing through the game, I suggest moving your camp somewhere up here to the top left portion, because if you're like me, you're going to start using shotguns because they're really powerful. I really love shotguns in this game. Shotguns and melee weapons are pretty much my main right now, and if you're like me and you use the shotguns and melee weapons, you're going to need a lot of plastic and aluminum and stuff like that. So Tyler County dirt track, setting up your shop around here, around in this area. It could be over in this forest, so you have enough wood to get the scrap for your settlement. Could be up here, could be anywhere around this area. As long as you're close to this area, you can log in every day and go and claim this, and then you'll have the aluminum mine. I was getting tons of aluminum, having access to aluminum, and then right across you have the fairgrounds, which can also give you plastic. There's so many toys scattered throughout that area, and there's so many things that you could pick up that give you plastic at the Tyler County Fairgrounds. So if you set up shop around here, you'll get your aluminum, and you also get your plastic for the shotgun shells as well. So that's where I set up shop during around like level 20 or so. I was around there, and moving on to level 40, I tried to stick somewhere center of the map, because now that I actually have a decent flow of caps, because let's face it, the stash is just, there's not enough. There's not enough room in the stash to store all your junk. So if you have a ton of junk, which I did, I don't necessarily anymore because I sold a lot of it. If you have a lot of junk, then you're going to have to clear it out from time to time. And clearing it out, it may seem really, really difficult because you never know what you want to get rid of. But, I have 235 loose gears, but they don't sell for anything, so I'm not going to sell them. Loose screws, I had like 200 at one point, and they were just taking up space, so I decided to just keep myself with 40 and sell the rest, and getting a lot of caps in the process. This allowed me to start fast traveling all over the map. So once you start fast traveling all over the map and you discover all these locations, you're not going to want to run from one quest marker to the next if you already have the locations discovered over there. You're going to want to fast travel, so you're going to need caps. To get the caps, I strongly recommend staying in the center of the map, somewhere towards the middle of the map, so that fast traveling isn't too expensive for you, because if you're all the way in the top left of the map and you have to go all the way down here, which is where I have to go next, I believe, the Brotherhood headquarters, yeah, right here, you're not going to want to fast travel. And there's also, see, I'm paying 26 caps to travel here, which isn't too bad, but if I was all the way up at the top left and I had to go all the way down there, it may cost something like 50 caps. And if you do start fast traveling a lot, then you should go over and get the travel agent perk, which is the pay 30% fewer caps when fast traveling. As for my other perks, I really like the expert rifleman and having a high strength. I pick up everything, guys, and you'll realize really quickly whenever you start getting into having better weapons and getting a whole bunch of different types of armor as well, that Adhesive is hard to come by. You're going to be so frustrated all the time on not ever having adhesive, because that's exactly what I do. You know, going around and finding adhesive can be harder than it sounds, because you need adhesive to modify your weapons. You need it to repair your weapons. You need it to make armor. You need it to repair your armor. You need it to modify your armor. Adhesive seems to be one of the most valuable things in the game. So it's also one of the only things at shops that I actually purchase in bulk. Always purchase bulk adhesive, because adhesive is really hard to come by. Next up, since we're talking about camps, I'd like to give you guys a few tips on how to actually make a good camp and how to, keep it fortified, along with some tips and tricks that you may not know about. So the first thing that I want to go about is enemies are going to attack your settlement no matter where you are. No matter where you are on the map, there's always going to be enemies that spawn next to your settlement when you log in, or come to your settlement whenever you're not there. And setting up turrets is definitely the best way to protect yourself, obviously, but it can really be difficult to keep a lot of turrets because of how much budget they take up. It's kind of ridiculous how much the turrets take up on your budget. Let me just go over here and scrap this turret. Look at that. It takes up so much of your budget getting a turret. So if you have a bigger house, my house is a little bit on the smaller side. If you tend to have a bigger house, then defending it with turrets may not be your best bet. If you want to set up some defenses, they're a great idea. The guard posts are great. They last a very long time. I've had this since I made this camp like ages ago, and it's just now getting depleted. And that moves on to my next topic that I want to talk about, is if you go over to something that is, like as you can see, it's about to break here, you don't actually have to use any materials to repair it. All you do is pick it up and store it, and then go over to your stored and place it right back down. And now when I back out, the wall is completely fixed and it doesn't tell me that it has low health. You could do it with pretty much anything you want, all your walls, all your anything. So that pretty much repairs it immediately without needing any materials. Moving on to a little bit of a tour of the house that I have. Here is my acid extractor. I was using acid to make gunpowder, and then that gunpowder to make bullets, but I actually have a decent amount of bullets with me now, so I haven't really been using it too much. And that is my acid extractor, just keeping it safe, because I really hate whenever the Scorch just come over and they tear down your wall and they tear down everything over here while you're trying to make some materials. Don't really like that, so I decided to put a little wall around it and keep it nice and safe. Moving over here, before I actually go into the inside of the house, we have my 2 water purifiers. They work like a charm. I have a cooking station out here, a little light there. And we got our ice machine, just some decoration really. Here's my farm. I had to surround it in fences because mole rats kept attacking it. So we can just harvest that now. I decided to keep my electrical room separate from everything else. So here's my medium generator. And I was able to squeeze 4 small generators in this room as well, connect them up, and lead them out through the back of my house. Now, wiring as a beginner can seem like a very difficult task, but let me teach you a little something about putting wires in. So what you need to do is place your generator down anywhere. Make sure that it's where you want it to be. Don't make sure you're not going to move it after. And once it's where you want it to be, place your conduit really close to it. I know it's not going to stay here, but just place it really close to it and connect it just like that. That easy. And now move it with the wire connected to it, so you know exactly where the wire will go and where you can and can't place it. As you can see, I can place it all the way over here because it lets me, but say I wanted it all the way over here, it won't actually let me place it on this side because the wire is going straight through it. Rather than me put the conduit there first and then try to connect the wire like that and have it awkward wiring and have it all be messed up, make sure you place the conduit and connect it first, and then pick up the conduit with the wire attached to it and move it around from there, so you know exactly where you're able to place it and where you're able to not place it. Moving on to the actual tour of my house, we're going to walk through the front door right here, and moving up we have my stash right in front of the wall, including a piano. I have a good bit of junk in here. It's taking up a lot of space. I'm at 384 out of 400, so I'm going to have to clear that out here soon. We got a Nuka-Cola machine here along with our dinner table, nice painting in the background. Here's my Tinker's workbench along with my camp setup as well. Another painting there. We turn around, we have our staircase going up here. Got my 2 beds, lots of flora decorations as well. Moving on, we go over here, and here's my armor station right here. We have some shutters that we can look out onto the great view. I have a nice view of the mountains over there. Get a better view over here. Very nice view over there. And then I have my weapons workbench right here and my chemistry workbench right there. Pretty simple house. There's not really too much to it. Very nice and compact, nice and small. I like everything being in one area. And I'm pretty sure that's all the tips that I have to cover for you guys today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I plan on making a review of Fallout 76 once I get through more of the portion of the game and actually giving my feedback on it, because I know that it's been getting a lot of hate. I see on YouTube all over the place that Fallout 76 is just getting the worst hate possible, and that's not fair because I really like Fallout 76. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys found this video useful, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later.